Hey y'all, welcome to Style Your Spirit. I'm Toan, and today we're going to talk about a simple tip that inspires a big spiritual shift. And by spiritual, I mean something that uplifts your spirits. Today we're going to talk about how to make things sacred. Okay, I think this is backwards, but maybe just imagine, flip your head around. Flip, flip. Anyway, call me crazy, but I have always named things. And people always thought I was weird for it. Well, people that maybe fit too much into the box of what they're supposed to think they're supposed to be doing. Anyway, so I would name my car. There was like Black Amelia, there was Lizzie, Queen Lizzie, and there's so many other names I've given my many different cars that I've had. And it all made sense when I started reading this book. This is one of my favorite design books. It's called Creating Sacred Spaces with Feng Shui by Karen Kingston. And there's a lot of magic in and around this book and what it means to me in my own life. But today we're going to talk about making things sacred. And why is it important to make things sacred? Well, because sacred to me means that it's something or a moment or something in life that has meaning. It also means creating flow and harmony in my life. So in this book, I'm going to take a quick read out of page 164, and it's actually titled Making Things Sacred. And here Karen quotes Stuart Wilde, a prolific and charismatic author and metaphysical teacher, and she says that he has a lovely way of putting how you make things sacred. So I'm going to do a quick read here. It says, in his book, The Secrets of Life, he has a passage entitled On Making Life Sacred. How does something become sacred? It becomes sacred by people saying, this is sacred. Simple enough, right? This is a holy and special relic, for example. How do you make your life sacred? You say, this is sacred, and you treat it that way. It sounds super simple, right? And it just got me thinking in this book, as she mentioned, how you can bond with your home. And that might sound weird, and naming your car might sound weird, but she says in here that if you ask any mechanic about whether talking to a car in a nice way helps it elongate its life, perform better, it's actually true. Funny story, I actually talked to my plants. Hello plants, grow for daddy. That sounds really weird, especially if you have a roommate that comes out and they're like, what, grow for daddy? But I had my house cleaner once. I was sort of joking around with her just to kind of test to see how woo-woo she could be or what she would think of me. And I asked her to speak to the plants, and she was like, and what? I was like, yeah, one of the things I'd like you to do is speak to my plants. And I was like, just kidding. I talk to my plants, but blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it started off as a joke, but she had mentioned that she, for a while, had been, one of the things I asked her to do is dust off my fiddly fig hair. And she said that one day after that conversation, she actually had her AirPods on and she was like cleaning and singing to the plant. Not really knowing that she was, kind of like jokingly, but she was also singing aloud. And then, voila, a week later, new growth. And that thing had not sprouted any new leaves for a while. So I don't know, I believe it. But anyway, in this book, again, she mentions, Karen Kingston mentions talking to your home, like literally getting tactile, feeling the walls and talking to it to create more harmony and energy and flow, which I totally do. Sometimes I come home and I'm like, it's so good to be home. I'm so glad to see you. It's just may sound weird, and I don't know why I've done it. Kind of just naturally I've done it, and I always felt more of like a harmony and flow because I did it. Also, she talked about naming your stuff like your car, talking to your car, cherished items, talking to that too, and talking to your plants. But anyway, I think words are super powerful. Maya Angelou said that she believed that words are super powerful because they have started wars and they've caused peace and ended wars. And I believe that too. I believe that your words, be careful what you say, because what you say manifests and becomes real. Like, you could say something to a kid, say it was a younger Whitney Houston or fill in the blank, Mariah Carey, whoever you love. Imagine a little kid that loved to sing, and if a parent said, "Shut up, your voice is annoying," guess what? That kid, those words might have changed the way the kid thought about themselves, and they may not have ever explored singing or dancing or whatever it is. Likewise, you could lift and gift and shift people with your voices, with your words and voice. So I think that to make anything sacred and create meaning and harmony and energy and flow, you just have to put that extra love and intention behind it, and talk to it and love it and make time for it, whatever that is in your life. So anyway, that's a little bit of how to make, sorry, this is backwards, how to make things sacred, a little tip on that. So I hope that this inspires you to talk to your things, talk to your people, those people that are important to you, and tell them that you love them before it's too late. Cheers.